right, which one of my boys wants inside for a few minutes? Hi. Come on. Good morning, Marty. Wow, it feels cool out here this morning. And everybody's here. And the only bummer is somebody's currently mowing with a pretty loud mower. Don headed to the mailbox to water the plants and get his newspaper. He ought to be bebopping back up this way any minute. And it's yard day again. But with as nice as it feels right now, I mean, I kind of want to be outside. It's amazing. Wow. It feels like a late September, early October day instead of it still being August. I will take it. You gonna water my plants?
Yeah.
Fertilizer and everything.
Fertilizer and everything.
Don, don't mess around.
Nope.
If you're gonna do it right. Miracle Grow. Looking good over here. Looking good. I watered it pretty good yesterday, so it's not in need of a lot today, but we'll try to make sure the creeping Jenny. It's hard to do one-handed, actually. That, thing of water's pretty heavy. Huh. I was hoping our electrolyte stuff had come. No luck, huh?
No.
Bummer.
Yeah.
I want a fizzy when I'm done working today.
Right.
And we don't have any more. All watered. Shouldn't have anything wilting out, at least not early in the day. So besides the mower and the blower, there's guys jackhammering in the street straight out that way. Don could see them from the mailbox. They got an air compressor and some other loud equipment. But he said they basically got their hole in the ground now, so hopefully they'll be quieter. Besides, when we go down that way into the front yard, this stuff noise up here will be blocked. Quick update on Johnny is that all three of his new Tuesday, Thursday classes went okay yesterday. Row lecture hall for archaeology was, I think he said, over 150 people. It was huge. So it sounds like your typical freshman lecture. And then Calc 1, which I explained that he's retaking that even though he has credit for it. So he's kind of getting a review. They had about 50 people. But the class he most liked yesterday was geology. Him and that professor and that lecture and that coursework seemed to really appeal to him. So, well, they can't all be winners, right? So since it's Wednesday, he's back with the 2 engineering classes today, morning and afternoon. So he should be with his quote-unquote people. And hopefully he's having a good day. He should be enjoying walking around on campus with this break in the heat. Let's give us a quick look here at the side yard. It's not all grown back up with stilt grass. I mean, if you go out there and walk, you're going to see some, but not, it doesn't grow back that quick. So we'll be, back over there, circling back around to monitor that here in a few days. I discovered we have another, well, we have at least 4 invasive plants in the yard that are non-natives. The stilt grass, the privet, nandina, and also this little blue flower called dayflower. There's some on that corner down there by the gutter and a few other places in the yard. There was a picture of it in yesterday's video. The dayflower is a little easier to control, and so I'm leaving its little patch and just making sure, that I monitor. It's pretty where it is and serving a purpose with erosion in that spot, but I won't let it take over. And I'm very committed this winter to cutting the berries off of the nandina, let's just say January 30th, so they don't fall to the ground and seed. I'm going to leave the bushes we have, but I'm going to try to, it doesn't take more than 30 minutes to go out there, cut the berries off, kind of like grapes, put them in a plastic bag and throw them away. So I can get the pretty berries at Christmas, but not promote new seedlings. Good morning. There you are waiting for me. Hi. Hi. Oh, there's my sweet girl. There's breakfast. Hi, honey. Good girl. Good girl. You're very sweet. Well, Gray's back underneath now in her spot, but I finished yesterday's video sitting here. 15 minutes she was in the bed, kneading the bed, making biscuits, getting some love, very happy. She ate most of her food. I just wanted you to know she was getting some TLC. When I have stuff to do on the computer, it works very well to come in for short sessions and sit with her. Yesterday I tried and she didn't feel comfortable to be out, and it was sort of a waste, but today she was super purring happy the entire time. When I'm in there, I open up the little door, and one or both, nighttime and midnight, will come visit. And with nighttime it goes good, and with you, yes. And midnight today, he came in, sniffed her, jumped up, sniffed her, hissed at her once, and then left the room like he was all indignant, which just makes no sense to me, because you get along with Marty and Stripe when they come in the house, and Tux when he comes in the house, but no, the pretty cute little female cat, you got to give her a hard time. I don't get it. Well, here's hoping we can make a lot of progress in here today, and it is mostly in the shade right now, and I think moving toward the bridge. There's just a few pieces in here, shadows, not a lot, but a little bit, because I've pulled in here many times before. And I'm going to start by cleaning out this little alcove area here by the bench. There's not a lot. And in prior years I've taken care of the poison ivy in here, because there was some around this tree and everything. So hopefully I won't run into any. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's not bad out here in the shade.
Yeah, the humidity's right. That's right. And it's a little bit of breeze. I'm not dying out here.
There are patches of sunlight, but not solid sun.
Yeah.
Don doesn't know it yet, but he's got to get down in the creek bed and pull a piece of privet. At the end of the day, when we don't care, although it's, you know, I mean, it's not dry, but it's not very wet in there. So, but there's a big piece of privet he's got to go pull.
I probably won't do it today.
Hey, Donnie. Well, the shade needs to hurry up over here.
No, keep trying to be safe, because then we can finish this and be done.
I don't think so. I just went to the house because I came in contact with poison ivy, scrubbed again, scrubbed once more, and I'm all invigorated and ready to go for more.
Round 2.
That's right. Well, we've been out here 3 hours, and we just finished pulling first pass all the grass down here in this area. It's looking good, Donnie.
Yeah, I agree. Looking really good.
We'll try to get back out here Friday. Weather, health, life commitments withstanding. And Don said Friday one of the things he'll do is get down in the ditch. We're out of steam for today. Well, besides, it's not looking that bad. It's only been 2 or 3 years since we worked this bank over here and got, you know, pulled stuff back. So about every 2 or 3 years, while our health tolerates it. At some point it'll just grow up and we'll live with it. But not this year. I'm happy with how it's looking. Tux came down for one visit, got all frisky, rolled around in the straw over there, and went back up to the house in the shade. There's where I cleaned out the other day. I should spend a half an hour in here doing a little touch-up. It's not too bad at all. And here's a view from up off the driveway. I lost track of how many times Don carried the tarp full of stuff off into the woods. At least 10 today. When it's really thick, the tarp fills up quick. When you put 3 hours in out in the heat pulling stilt grass, you get a porterhouse steak, Vidalia onions, and a little leftover asparagus. Extra butter too.
Way cool. Yum, yum.
I think all 3 ball fields are in motion tonight, aren't they, Donnie? Seems like practice and not games, though.
Right, I agree.
Nobody's got on uniforms tonight.
Yeah.
Don's taking me around the South Park loop so I get my daily route allowance. We're just, like, on the days when we work in the yard, we tend to come out for a ride in the evening. And on the days when I'm out and about, we do a little project or something. We don't, you know, I don't have to do that. Yeah, there is the bus. 7:05 p.m. if you were wondering. That's probably its last drop off. Seems when it leaves here, then it's not in service back into downtown. So our friend David pointed out that the car does tell you it's P6. I'm going to turn on the supercharger locations and zoom into downtown Charlotte and click on the Metropolitan Charger, and right there it says level P6. And our friend Ben pointed out that in the video there was a couple of signs. They were small, but there was a couple of signs that said it was on P6. So the car does give you more information than I realized or Don realized, and we appreciate the feedback. Sorry this isn't in that video, but just remember that access codes or other special things, if you click on it, my only additional feedback would be that while you're driving, if the driver cannot do that. They shouldn't be doing that while they're driving to see those details. Now, could we have pulled over in the parking deck and looked? Sure. I'm looking for, as we pull into the parking deck, the car comes on in this really great, I don't know, British guy's voice and says, you think it in your head how good that sounds. You need to proceed to level 6 to supercharge. P6, level P6. I'm ready for the car just should verbally tell me that. But I realize I'm dreaming. Someday, though, the car's going to talk to me. It's going to talk to me. So thanks, guys, for the tips. We always clarify and pass things on. I've done that before, but it's not usually been helpful. But in this case, it would have been helpful. Yeah, and I also hear Cruz is in town doing testing, trying to learn Raleigh, how do they phrase it on the WRAL article, driving patterns and such, getting ready to implement their rideshare feature. Our friend David had seen that on WRAL today and also passed on that tip. So, of course, if we have a chance at some point to go ride in one of those, we'll do that. But it's not available yet, but you may see them around town. I'll be looking.
This is date night almost. It's Wednesday. We don't have Wednesday night date night.
Well, maybe now that we're officially empty nesters, we have Wednesday night date nights.
Yeah, maybe that's it. We've already ate, so we're having our after dinner walk.
Yeah, that's mostly what we're doing is we ate. Don took a brief nap. I helped Johnny with the math problem, and we're out here just strolling. Don needs a tool for a project I asked him to do. I guess more on the project tomorrow.
Yeah, more on the project.
Stay tuned. There's always a project at our house.
Right.
This one involves a hole in the wall and electricity.
That's right. It'll be shocking.
Let's hope not. Yeah, I know times are tough, but the garden center being closed at 7:30 on a weeknight during growing season seems a bit early. And then there's stuff that's wilting. It's just really hard to look at. We can get it out there from inside, but there's nobody out there with the cashier. The gate's closed over there. Don's been watching a lot of videos on this washer. It's one machine for washer and dryer.
If we, we just bought that new washer. When was it? Last spring?
It was not long ago.
Yeah, especially, this is a little pricey. The guy on YouTube says you can get them for $2,000.
Yeah, there's a Tesla owner doing quite a few videos, a military guy. Guess what's out at Home Depot? It hit Facebook today. Home Depot's got their stuff up.
So my girl, she's happy. I told her, just go on and get that $39 kitty cat, black kitty cat for Halloween. She loves her inflatable.
I do. It'll fit on the compost bin.
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
replace B8.
Yeah. And look at this scary girl here. This guy ain't no fun lover right there.
Michelle says tomorrow.
Wow.
She'll be here.
It's going quick. There's lots of people here.
Oh yeah, you got to get what you want fast. Well, as cheap as LEDs are, he doesn't light up a super lot. I guess it's the skeleton and the hat. He's cute. I do believe that's electric.
40 volt.
Tiller. This one's 700 and that one's 1,000.
Well, now I gotta tell you, this one right here looks pretty serious to me.
Yep.
Got the big front wheel tires. They're real rear tines.
Yep.
Oh, I wonder if I bet it did come without. I bet you it don't come with batteries
for that price. Well, if it did, they wouldn't leave the batteries out here.
Well, no, I know, but I'm betting you that that's just the price, and then you got to have the batteries.
Doesn't say on the tag.
It says tool only. Hard to say.
To put things in perspective, the gas one over here is $7.50.
Yeah, and I would say it might be a little bigger.
The one on the left is 18 inches. The one on the right, the cheaper one, was 16 inches.
Yeah.
So I don't immediately see how many inches this one is.
Inches.
But
these are 20 inches.
Okay.
Which makes a difference.
Yeah. It's not that much more expensive.
Well, I guess it just depends on how well you like. Because, you know, a rotor tiller is something you use, so every time you use it, you're going to have to weatherize it.
Yeah. Right, if you only use it once or twice a year, you can't just leave gas in it forever.
Well, most people just use it
once a year. That's not Jules.
No, the Model S.
Yeah. There's Jules.
It's a pretty new S, too.
Yeah, I see piano black at the bottom and the back, so.
Yeah. And you see the fender cameras, too.
Less chrome. Well, they got the sprinklers going on in the garden center now, and there was a gentleman out there doing his best with a hose to go around to the pots and put it in. I know it's hard. It just, you know, it's sad when you go to a garden center and you see the stock dying.